Wagwan Massive, how are you doing? It's myself, Eclecticist, and I just wanted to share with you some of the tracks and the reasons why I chose the tracks to play in my recent My Analog Journal mix. So here are all the records I played in the mix, and first of all I just want to say the mix was themed the dub of Rastafari, because a lot of the tracks I chose were either Rastafari roots reggae tracks or dubs from iconic roots reggae and Rastafari themed music. So I kicked off the show with this one. This one is Cos Tafari with a track called Marcus Bingi. It's a track played over Nyabinghi drums. I think it was released in 2012, Negus Records, and I actually bought this one from Idle Hands in Bristol when I used to live in Bristol, and I just love sort of opening sets of it because it's like, you know, Rastafari chant music. It speaks about Marcus Garvey, who was foundational in the ideology of Rastafari, sort of gave birth to the concept of Rastafari, and it feels appropriate to play first in a set themed on Rastafari. Lots of people on YouTube in the comments were asking what this was. So again, Cos Tafari, Marcus Bingi. Volunteer Ethiopians taken from this album, a psalm of praises to the Most High, a series of recordings between 1967 and 1972. The Sons of Negus were led by Ras Michael, who was part of the Groundation, which was a commune of Rastafarians who used to get together and chant Rastafari praise, one could call it, on Nyabinghi drums, and a lot of the music they made as part of their sort of devotion wasn't recorded, so this is really special, some of this music recorded on disc. I could have gone for quite a few tracks from here. There's the Ethiopian National Anthem. Ultimately I wanted to highlight the importance of the repatriation to Ethiopia in Rastafari through the music, and that's why I went for this one second in the mix. This record here I think sort of needs no introduction. It's literally Rastafari, the roots of Rastafari is literally called. I could have played so many tracks from this project, but I chose Count Ossie and the Mystic Revelation of Rastafari, which I need not go into too much detail because I've made a previous video on this, so make sure you go on my page and check out the previous video on the Mystic Revelation. The track I played was a track called Sam's Intro. Now Sam, or Samuel Clayton, he was the vocal leader of the Mystic Revelation of Rastafari, and he said some powerful devotional stuff about Rastafari on that track, so I thought that was very appropriate to play in the set also. Prince Farai, Psalms for I. So this one is the voice of thunder, Prince Farai. One thing I should say is Rastas take a lot of teachings from the Old Testament of the Bible, and in Psalm 87, which is the track that I played from this project, Psalms for I, literally references Zion that Rastas have interpreted as Ethiopia, the place to repatriate to. That's spoken of in Psalms 87, hence why I played it in the mix. Now this one's interesting because Yabby is one of my favourite artists, and although on the surface he looks Rasta, he did have dreads, but he didn't believe in the divinity of Haile Selassie. In fact, he largely believed in Jesus, and only Jesus, as a Messiah, as a divine human form of God. So he was often called the Jesus Dread, and this track sort of challenges the concept of dreading up as a devotion to Rastafari, and yeah, it felt appropriate to play. I think, did I play the dub? I can't even remember now, but I might have played the dub of Dread Up by Yabby, and this is from, a recently sort of reissued version of that track, originally recorded in the 1970s. Now this track is one of my favourites to play. It's one of those disco mixes that goes straight from the original track into the dub, and I think I played it in full in the mix, and yeah, a lot of the YouTube comments were giving this one a lot of love. It's by Linville Thompson, and it's a track called Pop No Style. Now this is reference to the Rastafari teachings of sort of anti-Babylon and capitalism and vanity. So yeah, Pop No Style is about sort of the groundings of Rastafari, and it's also just a wicked tune and a wicked dub as well. A straight up Rasta rejection of worldly vanity and materialism. Pop No Style. So this is Culture with 2/7's Clash. I actually played the dub of 2/7's Clash, but if anyone knows about 2/7's Clash, it was a Rastafarian prophecy that suggested there'll be an apocalypse when the Sevens clash. When the Sevens clash, I'm talking July 1977, and this was obviously recorded before. Thankfully there wasn't an apocalypse in 1977, but yeah, it's a Rastafarian anthem, Culture with the 2/7's Clash, and the dub just sounds wicked on deck. The album Man from Warwick by Rico Rodriguez. Again, this is an album that I've already made a video about, so please go forth and check that one if you want to get more info on this. Rico Rodriguez was a legendary musician who spent a lot of his time studying music in the hills of Warika, learning the Rastafari way, and he had a song called Rasta, which I thought was totally appropriate to play as part of this mix in my analog journal. Yeah, even the album cover, you can see Haile Selassie there. And if you watch the video, you can see the t-shirt I'm wearing is Rico Rodriguez promo shirt with the same Haile Selassie logo on. Yeah, wicked tune. Now I should say this next track I played is taken from this album, and this album is very sort of lazily labelled. It's clearly an AI cover and it's a nice yellow disc, but if I'm totally honest, a lot of the music on there is labelled wrong. This is a celebration of Lee Scratch Perry's involvement in music. But the track I actually played, I believe Lee Scratch Perry was involved in, but it was Niney the Observer, and it was called Cut Off. And in this case, Cut Off is suggesting the importance of cutting off from Babylon to find grounding in oneself in Rastafari. And I obviously played the dub, so instrumental version. But yeah, that's the reason why I featured it in the dub of Rastafari set. Now a lot of people ask me what this one was as well. I know little about it. It was one of those where I'm browsing through the store. I think I got it from Juno Records and I just like the sound of it. But the track I played from this is called Girl You're My Kind, the dub plate mix by Cultural Roots. I'll be honest, because I don't know much about the content of the original track, I just found the music sound very rooted in Rastafari, dub, meditation, devotion, all of that stuff. It just sounds Rasta in it, so I think you could safely call this one a dub inherited from Rastafari. This one has a beautiful story to why I purchased it that I've told on many different platforms, but yeah, the Crown Prince of Reggae, Dennis Brown, it was a completely devotional, almost sort of reggae gospel song, Bubbling Fountain, Love Jah, because Jah flows through you like water, a bubbling fountain. Need I say any more? This one is very much Rasta devotional music. Another Yabby, or should I say Vivian Jackson production, Creation Rock, Michael Prophet. Yeah, again, very much dub, but dub inherited from Rastafari sound and Rastafari space. Just a wicked, absolute classic rhythm that I wanted to squeeze in before the set ended. And this one, a very sort of recent reissue. Now, Chronixx, I think, is, for me at least, and for many others, the sort of face or the voice of Rasta in a new generation. A lot of the music I played was initially recorded in the 70s, even though a lot of the records I have are reissues. This was one that was sort of released in the last 10 years, I think. Never give up the fight. Felt really special to end with because although the generation has shifted, Rastafari still is not giving up and still fighting the good fight. Still has the rebellious flame in 2026. So this felt like a perfect way to end this set of dub music inherited from Rastafari. So that was all the tracks posted in order of me playing them. I have an extensive collection of music inherited from Rastafari. I myself am sort of inherited my culture and identity through Rastafari, so no doubt I'll probably be doing more sets like this real soon. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for all the love I've received off the back of the video. Thank you to My Analog Journal. And yeah, if you haven't seen the video and you want to hear this music played in context on a beautiful sound system in a beautiful space, then the link is in my bio on my Instagram. And if you're watching on YouTube, the link is down below. Respect.